What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I am wonderful. CB, you want to take over?
Yeah, it's great. Well, it's good to be back in the AZ, and it's glad everyone made it back to their respective homes safely from our adventure in Kansas City. So, yeah, so we got a good show for you. So, without further ado, roll it, George.
Welcome to CB and the Boys with Crystal CB Booker, George Biker Boy Holman, Roger Hawkins, and Mimi Acosta. Coming live and direct from YouTube, Facebook, iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, and Apple Podcasts. Bringing you hot topics, interviews, live entertainment, and fun every Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And now, prepare to get charged up with a whole lot of fun from CB and the Boys.
All right, and we're back. So,
Hey, Trey.
how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing good? Hopefully.
I'm good.
Yep.
Good.
What's up, Trey?
Trey is in the building.
Hello, Trey.
Oh, so.
Okay, so let's go because I had to have a drink real early on y'all, but I'm ready. So, yeah, throw me in there. Throw me in the live.
Go for it.
Alrighty, here we go. It's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Hey, isn't my song hype? I just love it. And it sounds like somebody's pissing. But okay, I can take that. Because I'm having Chardonnay tonight, guys. Kendall Jackson, Chardonnay. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but it's my birthday drink, so I'm not gonna talk too bad about it. But I don't really care for Chardonnay. As you guys know, I disrespect the entire drinking field when it comes to ice and my glass and my red straw. So there it is. That's what I'm having. George, what you got? Tell me you got something good over there.
Actually, I do have something that's really, really good, actually.
Ooh, that looks red and nice. What's that?
It is very red. It is called St. James.
St. James. Okay.
It's St. James Winery. It's called Country Red. It's a
That
sweet,
sounds good. It is sweet.
sweet red wine.
We were supposed to get into that bottle before I left.
It's very good.
It didn't happen.
I
But
forgot it was here until just now.
it's all good. Sis, what you over there drinking?
Nothing.
I decided to show up. Okay, well, it's good to have you. It's good to have you here. And I'm glad that we all made it back. And I'm glad that Trey made it there. Trey, what you drinking? See, we got to start asking folks what they drink, especially Trey, because Trey be the number one on here. And I know you are not going to spend 2 hours with us and you ain't drinking nothing. So you better not lie. We're going to have to
Well,
send
of course, he'll need a drink.
some flies over there on a damn drone.
Mhm.
So we know what you and the missus got to be drinking something over there to spend 2 hours with us every Wednesday. So we're going to make y'all accountable for that. Bring something to the table, baby.
Right. That part.
Yes. So since it's quiet, because I can hear crickets, I'm gonna run into our show tonight, starting with myself,
Mhm.
with the 411, because there is definitely a lot going on in our industry. I'm gonna keep it short, I'm gonna keep it sweet, and I'm gonna allow you guys to say what y'all gotta say. First off, I'm gonna start off by saying our deepest condolences on behalf of CB and the boys for the family of Takeoff, friends, fans, everyone. I know that this has been a really hard hit. I did not expect to wake up to that type of news. it's really interesting when you hear of artists, and you hear of artists, you don't know their names, and it's like, oh, such and such passed away, such and such got killed, such and such, whatever. They're in the hospital. You're like, oh wow, okay, well, I hope they get better. And then something like this happens, And when you are with these kids from when they first blow up, and you spend so many times, so many years with them, it seems like you're like watching them grow up, and something like this happen. It really does kind of like hit you smack dead in the stomach. So, of course, this is an ongoing investigation, so we're not going to talk a whole lot about it. We just know that he was shot in downtown Houston at a bowling alley. You know, whatever took place, we're not going to call names. We're not doing none of that stuff because we ain't trying to get involved or be accountable over here or have the popos looking at CBN boys.
It's all out there. They was gambling.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Evidently, TMZ has the they have the 411 and a whole lot, and then some, and a lot of those other platforms. But I just don't think that we just really need to get into the who did it and why and who had a gun in their hand. So, also rest in peace to the family, friends, and fans of our Nigerian artist Davido. Evidently, he lost his 3-year-old son. Him and my girl Chioma, they lost their 3-year-old son in a pool drowning. The parents were away, and apparently the baby stayed with family, and then they got the news that something happened to the baby, and the baby passed away. So prayers to the entire family out there in Nigeria. And and one more, because it doesn't stop. Our prayers for the family and friends and everyone out there with Albie Shore. I know that we had all kind of conflicting stories. It's okay, he passed. Okay, he's here. Okay, he passed. He's here. Okay, he is still with us. He was in a 2-month vacation somewhere in a coma.
Yeah.
And he's back.
Yes.
So it's good to know that he's back. And yeah, he had some gallbladder issues. He had a blockage and some toxic internal problems that took him under for a while. And it's really interesting. We need to really, really start taking care of ourselves, because my mother actually also had a blockage and toxic internal issues that sent her in a coma for a couple of days, on top of her having cancer and going through chemotherapy in Puerto Rico during this past year. So we have to do more of taking care of ourselves, if I may say that, for all of us. Yeah. And I'm opening the floor.
Well, Aunt Diane says that she is here. Hi, Aunt Diane. We love you.
Hey, Auntie.
And she's drinking a peach Moscato. That sounds so good.
Ooh. I like that. I like peach Moscato. I've had
that.
I like it.
I like peach anything, but
I love Moscato. Moscato is the bomb. Moscato, peach Moscato, mango Moscato, like, you got it. Passion fruit Moscato, watermelon Moscato. They have so many flavors in Moscato, and it's so good.
No, that peach sounds so inviting right now, because Aunt Diane, I can't say it too loud because it's a gift, but this ain't it. This ain't it. You might go back and watch this video and be like, yo, babe, you can't be talking about me like that. But look, it's not. But anyway, I'm always good for trying things. So this is the thing that I'm trying, and I don't have a backup.
Yeah. She says it's good, Mimi. It's good.
Okay. So don't show off, Auntie. I love you dearly. Don't show off. I'm going to have to go to the store and get that one.
Me too, man. That sounds so good.
Yes.
Man.
So, what else is good? Okay, so evidently nobody has said anything, but evidently Roger is not in the building. He will be here, though.
Yep. I'll talk to him. He'll be here shortly.
Okay.
He's checking in his hotel in California right now.
Okay, that's what's up. Man, this boy is a traveling fool, okay? Mm-hmm. And he is good at getting to places in a dash. It's like, dude, where you at? Oh, I'm here, I'm there.
You're right.
and I'm driving. Okay. So he should be with us shortly. For those of you who are Roger fans, you know who you are.
Absolutely.
CB, say something. Tell us something, honey. I'm over here rambling and shit. I got so much stuff. I always got stuff going on. But Yeah.
Well, not a whole lot to say, to be honest. It's
All
just,
right.
George, tell us something.
yeah.
Killing me. We gonna I'm about to find us a video. We're gonna go to some music.
Hey, tonight would be a nice night for some music.
Yeah, George is in control of music. God help us.
Oh, that's really nice. No BTS tonight.
Yeah,
BTS, we love you. It's just not
I
tonight.
will find you some BTS if you would like.
no, it's all right.
Hey, look, that's the closing song. Just give us a real good one. All this sad shit and sorry stuff and sad stuff and mushy. I want to hear shit that's mushy. RESPCT. Give me something.
All righty. Okay. Give
Oh,
me a minute. Give me a minute.
too much sad news. We can't do that no more. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. Okay, for George, for the record, thank you so much for the hospitality in Casey, baby.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Time.
the people that I met were divine, awesome folks, awesome places that we visited. So thank you so much for being available to drive everywhere because you sure did some damn driving.
Yeah.
You put some mileage on that car.
Yeah, I always do that.
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right. We gonna hit this right quick for a minute. Then
Let's do it.
You're listening to the Lab Rat.
She make these hoes turn up they nose. When the picture man say pose, she don't need no filter, no filter. Bitch bad, no filter, no filter. Bitch, cause she a deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, bitch, cause she a deep fried woman. I love deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, bitch, cause she a deep fried woman. I love deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, bitch, cause she a deep fried woman. Working with a little something, working with a little something, working with a little something. Damn, she a cutie, double XL, magazine beauty. They call her Miss Foolie, Miss Foolie, cause she twerks so foolish. With that booty, she can make a move in pants, grip her body like a bowl, grip her ass. Like them vocals when you flip a slam. Stunt woman dancing like a stripper, got them wild. Like Giselle, Jada 5, like Serena, 38, 28, 40, 45, now I'm 75 pounds of K. Bad motherfucker, get a bitch bomb. She the poster, chop a dick.com. Cause she a deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, because she a deep fried woman. I love deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, because she a deep fried woman. I love deep fried woman. I need a deep fried woman. I got her, because she a deep fried woman. Alright, Lil Bunny, yeah. I said, gone with your badass. The way you throw it back, girl, you got me harder than math class. Ass so fat, need a lap dance. Lil' mama the shit like crap pants. Her homegirl got a flat ass, she built like a stick. She threw her ass on the sink to make it look like she thick. With your skinny ass, I need a bitch with plenty ass, plenty cash, and way cooler than a ceiling fan. Oh my God, lil' mama, she so certified. 5'7" with them 6-inch heels. Yeah, she hella thick, she don't miss no meal. Ass like damn, titties like wow. Hating assholes need to sit their ass down. That's my bitch, you know we keep it God. Me and her together with some bad motherfuckers. Because she a big fine woman. Working well, that's all. Working well, that's
Hey. I like that right there.
Find ways to articulate the feeling I'm going through. I just can't say I don't love you, 'cause I love you. Yeah, it's hard for me to communicate the thoughts that I hold, but tonight I'm gonna let you know. Let me tell the truth. Baby, let me tell the truth. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. See it in your eyes. You hate that you want me. Hate it when you cry. You're scared to be lonely, especially in the night. I'm scared that I'll miss you. Happens every time. I don't want this feeling. I can't afford love. I try to find reasons to pull us apart. It ain't working 'cause you're perfect, and I know that you're worth it. I can't walk away. Even though we're going through it, and it makes you feel alone, just know that I would die for you. Yeah, I would die for you. Yeah. The distance and the time between us, it'll never change for mine. Yeah, I would die for you. Yeah, I would die for you. Yeah. Find ways to manipulate the feeling you're going through. But baby girl, I'm not blaming you. Just don't blame me too. Yeah, 'cause I can't take this pain forever. And you won't find no one that's better. 'Cause I'm right for you, babe. I think I'm right for you, babe. You know what I'm thinking. See it in your eyes. You hate that you want me. Hate it when you cry. It ain't working 'cause you're perfect, and I know that you're worth it. I can't walk away. Even though we're going through it, and it makes you feel alone, just know that I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you. Yeah. The distance and the time between us, it'll never change for mine. Baby, I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you. Yeah. I would die for you. I would lie for you. Keep it real with you. I would kill for you, oh baby. Understand? Yeah. I would die for you. I would lie for you. Keep it real with you. I would kill for you, oh baby. Na 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 na. Even though we're going through it, makes you feel alone, just know I feel. Baby, I would die for you. Yeah. The distance and the time between us, it'll never change for mine. Just baby, I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you.
Okay. Well,
There you have it.
I'm not gonna die for you. Look, if he ain't ready to snatch me up, I ain't going nowhere. So what had happened was That's what happened. CB, where you at? Come on back in here, girl. Don't be trying to get away. What you over
So,
there doing? Talk to me.
um, so Roger had sent me something that I'm sure we'll talk about once he gets in.
Mm-hmm.
But in looking up what he sent me,
Mm-hmm.
I ran across another post that D.L. Hughley made a statement that was pretty strong.
Mm.
He was saying, if all lives matter, why does America have so many statues dedicated to the men who are only famous for taking black lives?
Ooh,
I thought to myself, that was really deep.
that is pretty deep. That is pretty deep. And you know, he don't say a whole lot, but when he do, it's something to go,
Right. Oh, oh, Arsenio Hall things to make you go,
Exactly. Yes, that
So,
still stands.
what's he doing today? I wonder.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to look it up. You know, everybody on social media doing the thing.
Right.
You know.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh. What you done found?
He's coming back.
Oh, look who's back.
He's renewed. He's rebooting his talk show on
Okay.
Netflix.
Okay.
That's actually good because the Arsenio Hall show is really good.
Well, hi, CB. Welcome back.
I'm gone, but never gone.
I don't know what you got going on over there in your background. I like that red shirt, though.
Oh, thanks. Can't see Chiefs.
Yeah, I see that. Kansas in the building.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
Bringing it to Netflix,
Okay.
according to Deadline.com.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another Scorpion in the building. Mr. Desmond Wilson as Lamont Sanford on Sanford and Sons. He is 76 years old on today. He looks good, though. I don't know if that is a 60-year-old picture looking like 60 but 76 or a real 76-year-old picture, but I'm going to just leave it right there because we can't post it up unless I send it. Now, can we? No. But it's all good. You damn near look the same. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Wilson. On behalf of CB and the boys and your girl over here, Mimi Acosta. Scorpio, broop, broop, broop.
Alrighty then.
What else is new?
So,
Well, we have so many gaps. You know what? I think all the losses that we just experienced have done some things to everyone because it's just been quiet, like all across the board, for real.
right.
There's even like phone calls, text messages, everything. It's just been a really, really quiet last 2 days. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it is.
Yeah. The only people that are really getting through are the scammers. Hoping you'll pick up the phone.
Right.
Talking about if you owe $10,000 in tax. What? No. Downtown.
Right. That part.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss when you can slam the phone on somebody and they just hear clicking. They're like, damn, she slammed that phone so hard. Dun, 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 dun. I miss that sound. Oh, Lord. CB, what you got?
Nothing.
Are we waiting for Roger to drop that video?
Yeah,
I think so.
something that can make you do wrong, make you do right.
Little old school.
Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, talking about how she can make it right, yeah. Yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone, yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. Love and happiness. Be good to me, I'll be good to you. We'll be together, yeah. See each other, walk away with victory, yeah. Oh baby, love and happiness. Oh yeah. Love and happiness. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Make you do right, and love will make you do wrong, and make you come home early, make you stay out all night long. Oh, love. Wait a minute. Let me take power, love. Hey, hey, hey. Make you do right, and love will make you do wrong. Yeah. Love and happiness. Love and happiness. See, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Make you wanna dance. Love and happiness. Love is, wait a minute. Love is, walking together, talking together, saying together, being together, yeah. Saying what I'm on, I'm on for love, say. I'm on for love. I'm on for love.
Right.
All right. Love and happiness. Hey, chick,
The Al
you over
Green.
there. You need to hurry up and come back. Get back here. Come on. Bet you play a damn BTS song, you see how fast she get up in this square.
Right.
That part.
That's funny. I was thinking the same thing a while ago.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah. It's crazy. It's quiet. I hear crickets.
one of those
Um,
nights.
it's just really one of those nights. We had 3 shows in 1 week. Like we're in Puerto Rico somewhere. That sounds like something screwing on or off, like a rusty bottle.
No, that sounds like crickets.
That's not crickets. You might have to Google the sound of crickets in Puerto Rico. You'd be shocked. Them things right there. I don't know how people sleep through them things.
They that loud?
Yes,
Alrighty
they're extremely loud. I saw my brother just peeped in.
then.
Get up in here and get you a drink, because I know you got something to drink. It's not in no hotel room with no drink.
It might be.
I can't see it. I can't even fathom that thought.
Right now, he's looking mighty yellow.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, well, that'll bring a little bit of brightness to my world over here on the middle of the screen. All this blackness.
Right.
It's all good. CB, what you got, sweetheart? You ain't got nothing, mama. You
No.
having one of those quiet days. This ain't no time to be quiet. We got a whole lot of time. What you was doing before I called you? Did I wake you up?
Okay.
Nope. Because that hello was like, oh, we got a show? Okay.
No, dinner was ready, and I was about to go make my plate, and I was like, oh, crap.
Oh.
Yeah.
We didn't realize what time it was. Okay.
I did not.
Yeah. You see, and I do a whole lot of running around a whole hour before it's time. I'll be like, oh, shoot, I got to do this. By the time I come on, I'll be like, I'm here.
Yeah, my daughter made Korean food tonight, so it's one of my favorites, and it was smelling good. So yeah, I had to jump off camera and go make my plate.
She all over the place in the world and ain't even traveled to some of these places yet. Like, what's going on? Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, we both share a love of Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Cambodian.
And that is so cool.
Food from all over the world. Yeah. And she's learned how to make this stuff, and she did good.
That's really good. I mean, it's really good when you can look up the ingredients and go by the ingredients, the real ingredients, and make it happen, and it tastes like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, now, Chef Ariana, we watching you.
Yeah. That's her thing. That's for sure. She loves to cook, and she's good at it. Cooking wasn't my calling, but I guess it went to her because she's good.
Well, the next time we get together, she need to bring her ass so she can get some catering money. That shit that we had at that restaurant the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just tolerated it just because, but that wasn't it for the menu. That wasn't it.
So, do you remember the mass shooting in Florida? The dude killed 17 students.
Yeah, the Parkland shooting. What about it?
So, he got sentenced today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Death penalty?
Yeah.
No.
The way that you have grieved so gracefully and have shown extraordinary restraint throughout this process is something that I've never seen. And if I could take your pain away or carry your pain for you just for 5 minutes so that you could breathe, I would. Count one of the indictment, the murder in the first degree of Luke Hoyer. The court imposes a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Count two of the indictment, the murder in the first degree of Martin Duque Anquiano. The court imposes a mandatory life sentence without the possibility of parole. Count 34 for the attempted murder in the first degree of Kyle Lamont. The court imposes a life sentence with a minimum mandatory of life in prison under Florida's 1020 life statute. Again, I am ordering that all 34 counts of the indictment for each sentence is to run consecutive. That is one after another.
Damn.
He's done.
Damn. Damn.
He's done.
Damn. That means when he die, if he come back to life, he got to go to jail.
Basically.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's not like he didn't do it.
He got, I know. They might as well just executed him by firing squad.
Yeah. He's
I mean, I'm
gonna
just
have
saying.
a very, very rough life up in there.
I'm just saying. He won't make it. He won't make it a life sentence.
No, he won't make it. He won't make it to the next. I can't see him making it for the next couple years. You're gonna have to have so much security, be in a room all by himself and away from everybody. That's not gonna happen.
He's gonna be, man.
You already got that look of I'm gonna be holding somebody's pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna terrorize his ass. They gonna terrorize his ass. That's crazy. That motherfucker got 34 life sentences. How now, brown cow?
I'm up in here looking like I fucking got jaundice.
You are. You mighty yellow today.
And I'm sure.
And my drink is. Hey, look at man. I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel room. The light is horrible. So yo, this is as good as it's gonna get. And I'm wearing yellow. I look like I got fucking malaria.
Well, let's thank God that you have neither.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Trust me.
You do have a drink. What you drinking?
You already know how I get down. Since you know we've been rocking my girl and my stuff. I'm going to be an official ambassador of my Sakari, so I keep it with me everywhere.
Yes.
So that's how we get down. This is the whiskey sour that we didn't get to fade a little bit when I was there. We had the fruit infused vodka, but this shit right here, this shit. No, the whiskey sour is all kind of real. It's you know I'm a whiskey drinker, so
yeah.
You
So
know
she's here in Georgia. Her and I need to hook up.
Yeah. Well, like I said, eventually, like I said, I got to get down there anyway, and then I'm coming down there. Okay. I'm coming down there this summer anyway, so for sure, June or July. I can't remember which one. My kid's sister gets married, so I got to come. And she's getting married to a Trini, so I got to come down there and get everybody fucked up. We drinking.
Really and truly.
For sure, for Sugadale. So anyway, this was good. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I just got off the highway. I drove 5+ hours. Y'all gonna make this shit worth my while. I don't fuck for free. I just want y'all to know that. Hey,
okay, so Auntie Diane is listening to us. Say hello to Auntie Diane.
I'm easy, but I ain't cheap, damn it. Hi, boo-boo. Hi, Auntie Diane. I love you. And no, I'm not going to get any better.
And, of course, Trey's in the building. He ain't
My
going nowhere.
pinky's up. What's up, Trey? Kim Folk? What's good? I'm late, but I'm here. I literally was jumping. I was on the highway the whole time. I was collabing, communicating with George and meeting me a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, I'm in the San Diego area. So, look, I ain't going to quit grinning. Shit. But I'm gonna try to work. I'm gonna get it all done tomorrow, and then I'm trying to take all of Friday and kick it and straight kick it.
Aunt Diane said hi, Roger.
As well, she should. I don't want to be upset now and don't get my high. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Anyway,
Sure
what we been covering? Nothing. All right, here we go.
Violence.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I already covered the 411, but I did a whole rest in peace and our condolences to the family of Takeoff. And I didn't elaborate much on that since it is an ongoing investigation. But I did that.
I saw a little bit of a video on that. And I mean, you know what?
Like everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's just the same shit though. What makes me mad is same crap, different day. Every time you look up, somebody arguing, somebody beeping. You know, people know who these individuals are. So it just goes to show they're just really trying to, you know what? I'm trying to cut somebody's success short. Right. But you have to be smart about that, which is what I get mad at these individuals about. You know, it doesn't make you a punk. You know, when I hang in the streets, I am all for. I know they have their guys, but I'm all for real life security. I ain't talking about just your boys, like real trained security, because this is what happens all the time. Somebody's going to run up on you. Look at NIP, you know, look at PMB, and I could go on and on and on. And it's not just them, but I'm just talking about the people that had a little bit of celebrity status. Why would you, you know, just to prove that, you know, you ain't changed, you know, walk down the street, go to the same place. Look, I get that kind of celebrity status. Hell no, I'm not going where I normally go. I ain't about to do all of that. If I do, I'm driving by real fast with bulletproof glass. Beep, beep. I'm not trying to hang and prove that I ain't. Hell yeah, I'm changing. Fucking right. Call me whatever you want. I'm changing because you can't go back to that. And unfortunately, there are people waiting at every corner to try to, you know, knock you off your pedestal and your perch. So, you know, I hate that it happened like that. And then his uncle was who got into the argument because, you know, Quavo's his uncle. So I don't know. I guarantee it wasn't about anything worthwhile. And here we are. So kind of sucks. You know, it really does. So anywho, that's about it. You know, I just it makes me mad, but it stinks. So I know we'll do it out of order, but damn it, y'all gonna let me do part of my segment.
And they just dropped the album, didn't they?
No, I want you to do your entire segment. I don't give a shit what's happening.
Oh no, I don't know. Well,
so
they had an album dropping. Matter of fact, yeah, they had an album dropping on Halloween. They had an album dropping on Halloween.
I think it dropped actually.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, was that album release party they were doing? I'm guessing, like what was going on with that?
I don't know if that was the album release party, but I know that they had an album just dropped on the 31st.
I mean, if you play dice at an album release party, then there's a possibility that it could have been.
I mean, look who we talking about.
Right.
I mean, I hate to be like that, but look who we talking about. So it's pitiful. All right, well, I ain't got no you know, I didn't get my workout portion obviously because I was driving, but I do got some, you know, I've got some good stuff sports wise is going on. I've got a couple of good things actually. So I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because I needs my shit. Better than a hog needs slop.
Hold on, let me balance this on the pole. Hold on.
Give it to me.
You're so wrong.
I don't even want to know. I don't even.
Oh yeah, fitness tips with Roger Hawkins.
Hey.
Hey man, I just noticed something.
What?
I'll play it again. And at the very end, look at the dude all the way to the right, and look how it looked like his beard is taped on.
Really?
Oh yeah, fitness tips with Roger Hawkins.
Oh no.
That beard looks photoshopped.
If I
No,
tell y'all how I never noticed that dude in that video
he was doing
I
he
mean,
was doing like the Fu Manchu or some
perfectly
joint, or the
square.
not that, you know what I mean?
It was a
Like
perfect rectangle. You know, it's just hanging on his lip.
and he using jet
his,
black dye.
right. His barber did that. His barber
You
did
need
that.
some brown. If you got a bald head, you could at least rock some brown or something, but not no
Right,
jet
man.
black.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
Yeah.
nothing
So
not his jet black.
Dee-dee-ding. Dee-dee-dee-ding.
right. Now we're doing Adam's Family. What? Anyway, I don't have a fitness tip because I was driving. My fitness tip is if you're going to drive within the lines and utilize each of your appendages for something good while you're driving, but don't get caught. So there's my fitness tip. I'll get back to y'all next week. Yeah. I is gonna move into sports because I'm yeah, I'm saying, because I want to talk about it. Let me move into my spizzorts part of it real quick. Like, I always got to start with my guys. So let me start with my chefs. As we know, we picked up a receiver from New York Giants, Kadarius Toney. We kind of talked about that a little bit the other day. You know, he's got some red flags, blah blah blah. You know, his lack of maturity, and supposedly he fakes injuries. But you know, we'll see what happens because again, you ain't gonna be long with Patty if you do that. So I think he's gonna try to get up there, you know, and do his job, get his stats. I just think he probably wanted out of New York. So that kind of flows into the next player, Ronald Jones. He's a running back, one of the many running backs that we have. He wants to get out of his contract. Now, I'm noticing something going on around the league, and I don't like it. And I know it's like an old man. I don't like it. But a lot of guys are trying to use social media to pressure play their coaches and their managers, agents, respective, whoever. So he's doing the whole I sure would like to be released. He's putting up these banners and stuff like that on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. Now that can definitely work not in his favor because yeah, you want to be released, but you're doing it very unprofessionally and you're acting like a kid about it. You're a kid throwing a tantrum. What's going to happen is your monkey ass ain't going to be in the league and you're not going to have a job because no team is going to want to take a chance on a troublemaker who's bringing that kind of negative publicity to their franchise. I get it. You ain't gonna be the starting running back. You're not even gonna be the third string running back in KC. So I get that you want to be let go. But it's almost like he's trying to pull a Kanye and get released by talking enough shit and making people angry enough that they will be like, okay, let him go. Doesn't work that way, pimping. So anyway, Ronald Jones, I think you need to grow up real quickly or you're going to find yourself working at Target. So yeah, I kind of checked it out. Now, another thing I was tripping on was I don't know if you guys watch like Good Morning America, or whatever, but speaking of football players, Michael Strahan. I've been a fan of his since he retired. Watched him play during his career. He was a bad boy. He did his thing. He's a Hall of Famer, bomb ass DN. Good dude, really is. He's got a really good personality for TV and all that. I mean, he's really made a whole nother life and career. And he's doing a great job. His co-host, some fucking, nobody named Cecilia, loves kind of throwing shade. She loves to talk shit, and they mention. I've heard people mention before that, the parent company, I won't name them, likes to hire these angry women to come in and badger and berate the men to get it's almost like making it a reality show.
Ratings.
Right. And so, it's happened before on the sideline and all that. But anyway, she gets up there and she loves talking shit, basically, long story short. She'll do that about football and about things she knows nothing about. So I think it happened today or the other day. He destroyed her. And it was great how he did it. Super classy, but he just mic dropped her. And it was great because somebody needed to do that. She needs to shut her damn mouth. Like I said, she doesn't look athletic. So she probably hasn't dribbled a ball, run a lap, or jump rope a day in her fucking life. But she's talking football and talking shit to an NFL Hall of Famer. And he just shuddered. He did it so beautifully. Literally, you could hear the whole studio just go. It was crickets, dog. It was beautiful. It was great, and he literally, and so big ups to Michael Strahan because he kept it classy when he really could have gone left and he didn't. So hey, brother, I appreciate you doing that. Having to be twice as good to get the same recognition, and if you know what that means.
Right.
So anyway, that's really I'm really just talking football right now. Oh, that's not true. I gotta look her up. Look her up. There's a young sister of color. She's half Aboriginal, and I can't remember what else. And she's an ice skater or figure skater, and she just won like a major skating Grand Prix. And I don't want to do her a disservice by not knowing, but the thing is, she's the first person of color to do it. Bad girl too, little cutie. She's bad. I mean, she's pulling moves that again nobody can do. And so it's a really, really big deal. So I just want to give a shout out to her. I want to say she's Canadian or something like that. Somebody fact check me. Where's she from? She was at a Canadian skating event. So somebody fact check me. But I don't want to leave her out because she's killing the game. And again, she's trailblazing because you know how often if something gets done that other people can't do, you get penalized, etc. Right. So we'll get back to you with names and things like that because I want to do her justice, so yeah, I just like I got a kick out of that. I got a kick out of that. Now I'm gonna just kind of jump subject. I'll find her. Give me a second. I'll look her up. I'll find her because I want to get back to her and I want to do it justice. I want everybody to know her name. I want to see what she looks like because again, she, what, fuck it, I'll do it now because she, like I said, she got out there and
Star
just.
Andrews.
Excuse me.
Star Andrews.
I can't tell you if you're right or wrong.
Well, I think I might be correct.
Well, yeah, let me see what you got. What's it say? What's it say?
So is this her right here? Hold on.
As soon as I see the picture, I'll know. Or the headline.
First black figure skater to win the Grand Prix medal.
Sir. Yep. Ain't she adorable? Mm. and I mean, you already know. In order to do that, she had to handle it. She had to get out there and handle her business.
Yes.
A wonderful skate for Star Andrews from America, and she will be overjoyed with that skate.
I would love to see the skate.
She comes into the free skate surrounded by other competitors with more difficult technical elements more potential than her. But she has, as with the short program, delivered to the maximum of her potential at this stage. It's wonderful to see. And the skaters really have to savor a clean skate like that. They're not easy to come by any stretch.
Yeah, I mean, look it up, basically. Look it up.
Guess what? Oh, wow. I
did it. That's one of those. That's one of those. She knew when she got done that she did it.
I want to see it. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Yeah,
because I love
everybody look her up because I don't know if you guys remember back in, I don't know if it was the 80s or the 90s, it was another black girl. I think she was French. Mm-hmm. And she was solid. Man, she was built. And she was so explosive and they couldn't stand her. They kind of did her like they did Simone. Like she was so explosive. She was like the only one that could do like the backflip on skates and they started penalizing her.
Yes.
Because she did shit that those other poor girls couldn't do.
Right.
And so there's a little bit of get back right there, but I know it's bittersweet for her to watch as well because had she not tried to break down the door, Star wouldn't have even gotten in it. So everybody, we want to give her credit, but I just remember watching her. She was built. She was like Serena on skates compared to the other skaters. Best way I can put it. If you go back to those videos back in the day and you look at her legs and that donk, And you're like, I see why she can do a backflip on skates. And those poor other little lilies couldn't even get their ass off the ground. This girl was up there just destroying it. So, good for Star. Big ups for her.
Tori Wilson was the first black skater to actually win a national title.
Okay.
That was in 2016.
Wow. 2016, 6 years ago. There's that.
There's
that. I mean, did you guys I'm gonna jump on you for a second. Did you hear about Master P's daughter? I just learned about that.
No.
Died, fentanyl overdose.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
So,
when did that happen?
Several months ago.
So it's becoming. So I guess they just recently, like, formally, I guess, released it.
Okay.
So that's the whole thing. But I guess I'm saying all that to say that is the new. It's the new silent but everywhere killer, and it's like what's scary is that shit's one and done. So, again, I was telling my teammates today, I was giving my daughter a lot of props for what happened over the past weekend with the situation with her young friend, and we kind of discussed it. But this is how quickly and easily stuff like that happens. And even if you're not a drug taker, or even if you're not a drinker or whatever, how quickly people turn their head, bloop bloop, and that the thing about that fentanyl is it's not one of those, oh man, I feel terrible in the morning. You don't feel shit.
Yes.
After that. That is more terrifying. I mean, believe it or not, it's even more scary than crack and heroin. Because you can get addicted, you can do it a couple of times, and then you'll be wrecked. With this, it's oftentimes one and done. People don't even live to tell about their first time experimenting. And so I'm just telling people, look, if you know young people, anybody, you have to implore them. Don't take your hands off of your glass, your water bottle, whatever. Because what I realize is people that are trying to get over it don't care what happens to you as long as you're not around. So, I was looking at that, and then just so many other ones. Like I see it in the news all the time. But again, when it's somebody or someone related to someone famous, it tends to carry a little bit more weight. Rightly or wrongly, it tends to carry a little bit more weight. So, it's just I just kind of caught that today. It's pretty bad. What you got? G?
Many of you know Master P as a hip-hop icon. He is certainly that. After his song Make Him Say topped the charts, he went on to build an empire investing in everything from fashion to real estate and spreading a message of racial equity through financial empowerment. That was his thing, still is his thing. But today, the father of 9 is speaking in his very first TV interview about a very family tragedy. It hits very close to home, the loss of his daughter, Tatiana Miller. She was 29. She had been battling substance abuse for nearly a decade, and she openly discussed her struggle with addiction on the reality series Growing Up Hip Hop, where Master P and his son, Romeo Miller, encouraged Tatiana to get help. In May, though, Tatiana lost her battle with addiction and died by accidental overdose. Master P is now turning this heartbreaking loss into a mission, and he joins us now here on CBS Mornings. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances because it's not the natural order of things for parents to outlive their children.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard.
Coming from where I come from, coming from poverty, you would think that you would outlive your kids, and that was the mission.
Yeah.
And I feel like going to my daughter's funeral, I feel like I went to my own funeral. And I don't even want to go to no more funerals.
Mm-hmm. How were you notified, Percy, that she had?
My other daughter called me. It was the worst call that a parent can get.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that you are successful, and my sympathy go out to everybody that lost the child.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at this, and I said, I'm gonna turn my pain into passion. And I'm gonna turn it into a purpose because I can't get my daughter back.
Yeah.
I love her. I think about her every day, and it took me and my family to go through something that I just can't stop thinking about. But I realized that I have to get out here and help and save other kids. So.
But did you think she was getting better? Because, she had talked very openly about it. You as a family had talked very openly about getting her help on the show. Did you think she was getting better?
Oh, yeah, no, she was getting better. We had just got out of rehab. and she was on the right track.
Mhm.
And the sad thing about it, I know that, my daughter said, I want to be the president. I want, she was getting herself, I want to do something to help people. And that's why I said, my daughter has been my parachute. And she was writing a book. I said, we have to get rid of the negative things and replace it with positive things.
Mhm. When you look back on it, do you think that there are things that you should have done, not have done, things you should have said that you didn't said? Are you playing that tape in your head?
Oh, no, every parent do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have done more. I feel like, but you never know. Like you think, we've been going through this for 9 years, and you think, oh, you know what? She's going to get past this. We're going to go on and live happily ever after.
She's an adult.
And she's an adult. It's been plenty of times to where I was in situations that I had to, even if the police was involved, like she could go where she wants. She's over 18. So I had to deal with that struggle and pain. But my daughter had a lot of life left in her.
Yeah.
And she was a happy woman that knew that tomorrow she could do something better. So,
and when something like this happens, it affects the whole family.
yes.
What did you do as a family to get through this? What have you been doing? What are you saying?
Well, my thing is anybody that's watching this, love your loved ones while they're here. Because once you walk out that door, you never know who's going to come back.
Did you speak to your own family about it?
Yeah,
What did you do?
I did a family meeting, and
After her death?
yes.
And what did you say in the family meeting?
Well, I asked my kids, I say, what am I doing wrong? And so, some of the kids say, you are controlling. So I had to look in my own mirror and say, that's true, but I've only built parameters for protection out of love, because I know where I come from and what I've been through. And when you look at mental illness and substance abuse, it's serious. It affects everybody, Black, white, Asian, Latino, rich, poor. You look at now fentanyl, just a little thing of fentanyl, it's destroying.
Take your life.
Take your life. I watched on the news today to where a mother was talking about her son was a good kid and he just went left one time and brought some pill and it killed him. So my thing is, it hurts so much as a family. Like we go, so for me, I broke so many stereotypes, and I'm telling my
Oh, there. I look good in yellow. No, I don't. Look, I think that's every parent's worst nightmare. It's got to be easily the top. So I think that's why I was making such a big deal about praising my kid, just because it was like, good job, good job, good job. I told her I can't get that call. I can't get that call because whoever survived, if you don't, ain't going. I'm taking everybody out. I know me. I can't get that call, especially under situations like that, like the young lady that gets in an accident, things like that. Just that quick, things change, So I'm telling y'all, praise those good decisions and try to scare them.
Even though this incident happened in May, that interview happened today, this afternoon. That
shit, he probably couldn't talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
That's still early.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. You could tell then he was struggling through the interview.
Yeah. That's nothing easy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, big ups to him. You know what? We joke and I tease him. Like, I remember when he blew up in the early 90s and all that, we tease him and all that because he's country as shit, actually. But that guy is smart. That guy is brilliant. He's very brilliant. He knows he can't rap great. He knows a lot of things, but he is such a good businessman. This guy's I would model just about anything I did after the way he approaches business. He approaches it like a fighter, like a lion.
Right.
He's strategic and he's smart and he wins. So I give the guy a lot of credit, man, and my heart goes out. It was just, I don't know, that's hard to come back from. It is. Hell, it's tough to, lose a fur baby, let alone, I can't even imagine, people that have to, you lose a child. That's not the natural order of things. It's really not. I don't think anybody, unless your kid may be born with a kind of a terminal illness, and even then it's rough, but, or just every day, whatever. Nah, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
And it's really crazy because whenever like, you know, folks lose their kids and I can't imagine that because I might not have like the relationship that I do wish I had with my son, but I can't imagine getting that phone call that something happened to him. Because at the end of the day, he's still, you know, still my baby boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because we always feel like, you know, we could do more, or if they go south, what could have we done to change things? And it's not so much about that, but it's really all about we want to protect them from the challenges that we know that we've gone through growing up. Like, no, you are not going down that path because guess what? I know that path. And by all means necessary, I'm going to make sure that you don't go down that path. So if it means choking your ass out so you can go to the left.
Okay, you know what?
Going
This is a good point. That's a good point you made. That's a good point you made. I had a discussion with a very, very good friend of mine, and we were talking about, okay, so all of us have adult children. Now, we were discussing okay, what do you think should happen? Do you think people should try to do for their children what they didn't get done, or what, you know how people go, I want my kids to have more than I had. I want them to be able to do what I didn't do. So they offer more, they do more, or do you think people should say, hey, look, you know what? You need to understand how to be hungry or struggle a little bit or whatever the way I did. Or I mean, like, what's your thought on that? Because long story short, their family is struggling because they've got a 25-year-old son who just became a father, yet this young man isn't responsible enough to not almost get evicted or doesn't have money or, you know, can't keep a vehicle. So literally you're still raising this kid, you're still doing everything for him, but he's living with the baby's mom and not doing anything responsible. Now, you know, me in good faith, I'm not going to say, you know, oh, this is, you know, I'm not going to talk bad, but if you call me and ask me what I think you should do, that's why I ask you ahead of time. Do you want me to listen or do you want me to advise? This is going to be two different things. If you want me to listen, tell me how you feel. Tell me you're upset. If you want me to advise, it's going to be different. And again, I'm not making them out to be bad parents because again, the problem is it's not about being bad parents. It's loving so hard that you do too much, in my opinion. But what's your thought on that? Because we all know how they say, you know, mothers raise their daughters and love their sons. That happens a lot. And then we also know how, you know, sometimes we go, well, I didn't want them to suffer or struggle the way I did, so I made sure they have everything. So, like I said, when I give tough love and that kind of advice, it usually doesn't hit hard. It hits hard.
The problem with that is if you overdo it, you cripple them.
100%.
Well, I think that's a situation that takes a happy medium that's very hard to find. And it takes discipline within the parent. Because if you give them everything, literally everything, then you're crippling them because they're going to expect that for the rest of their life.
And it's the thing about, like, you got sons. So having a son, I know, George, I know you are going to be like, listen, you got to grind it out the way I grinded it out. I'll tell you, I'll give you the keys to the kingdom and tell you, hey, you got to find your way. But see the way. So here's the deal. My friend is a doctor. So obviously doctors make a decent amount of money. People think doctors are rich. They're not. Doctors got fucking loans out the wahoo. But obviously you're in a different tax bracket. So the problem is, okay, you got a family dynamic. Mom wants to kind of pull back a little bit. Dad wants to save son from what he went through himself and all this. I felt this way and that way. To me, I feel like dad might still need a little counseling, a little therapy, because there are some issues that came along growing up. That may be why dad wants to reach out and save Junior. You know, mom is like, I'm down for the cause. I'm a team player. I don't want to be the bad guy, but enough's enough. You've been living in an apartment for 6 months and we paid your rent for 4 months. I think they're fantastic people. I think they have huge hearts. I think they are doing too much. And the thing is, if I can't tell anybody how to run their household, I have to have respect. But I know if my son called me, who's 25, and said, Pop, I'm messing up, I'd say, that's cool. Come home and regroup. If he said, no, I need you to pay my rent and do all this stuff while me and my girl figure it out, I would say, son, Dad needs the address to the bridge you're going to live under, because that's where the fuck you about to live, because I'm not paying jack shit. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you that opportunity to get what you want while you figure it out. Hey, man, let me know what bridge you live under. I'm not going to do that. If you don't want to come home and regroup, give it to me.
Yeah, to answer your question, it was just, I guess it boils down to me. Because when I left the Virgin Islands, with my daughter to give her a better opportunity. Mind you, I was singing with bands. I was promoting. I had a radio show. I had a nightclub gig. I had all kinds of things going on. Full-time job. She was going to school. We were doing really, really well. And then, one day I just looked at her and I was just like, you know what? I just really want to give her more. And I don't want her on this hustle mode thing like I'm on, because I see we're going to live different lives. This girl wants to be a vet. She's picking up all kind of freaking bugs and animals and all types of shit. I'm like, you know what? She's not going to be able to go to school here and get what she needs to get to do the things that she wants to do. So I'm going to just, make my move, go to the States, see how this works out and take it from there. Not knowing, because she was 9 years old at the time, not knowing that later on, she's going to step out into her zone of her friends that she thinks are her friends, and because you don't want to, we can candy coat and sugar them up and put the umbrella over them and make sure everything is beautiful. But then when they get out into the world, it's a totally different story. And yeah, she would come to me with everything like, Ma, how do I handle this? What I do with that? Da, 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 da. But then she found that she wanted her own independence and she did not want to bring every single thing to me. And she wants to handle things on her own. And with her thinking that she had things handled on her own, then she ends up with a bunch of roommates and then all the shit that we already talked about happened. And now she's where she's at. But for me personally, I thank God that it went the way that it went, because had not, I probably wouldn't have 2 kids today.
Right. It could go worse. Right.
So,
and a lot of that is character. A lot of that comes down to character too. Don't get me wrong. We can show our kids as much as we want. They have to choose. You look, I can serve it to you. You either choose to eat or you don't. And so you're right. You can say, hey, I'm going to put you in front of this and that. And then you can say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But the problem is, yeah, they absolutely have to make a choice. So for me, I guess I have to be the most thankful for my kids' character. And like we were talking about this today, again, when I was in class, I was telling everybody, hey, fear is healthy. I don't give a shit. You don't have to fear nobody but me and Jesus, because we the two that's going to come for your ass. Now, everything else is what it is, but I'm the one that's going to come in the middle of the night and get you out or do whatever. So me and Jesus. But I do think that it's their character. Look, I know we all know which one of our kids is the one that's going to grind it out and hustle, and which one is going to try to take the easy route. But they have to understand repercussion. I do think fear is healthy. If you fear what will happen if you go a certain route, you're more likely to think about it. If you don't have that fear because you're cocky, like, you know what, I got it covered, and if not, somebody's going to come get me, you're a lot more devil may care. And because of that, you do a lot more reckless shit. I
have one of those in my life. That's my son. My son thinks that he Rico Suave. I got this. The whole world thinks I'm cool, Mr. Cool. I'm cute. I'm handsome. I'm red bone. All these girls love me. If I ain't gonna have one, I'm gonna have the other. I got this.
But okay. But here's the deal. And how old is he right now? How old is he right now?
Coming up.
How old is he?
Oh, he's 30 now.
So he's right at the point where he should be figuring out who he really is and realizing one of 2 things: either I'm making something happen, or I'm on the back end of all of my. See, you go from unbound, unbridled potential to living in whatever truth it is to wasted talent. He's right on the brink. 30's that cutover. So 30 is like, you still got a lot of good, da 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 da. But you start to slide a couple of years into it, and you're gonna be like, that dude could have been anything. So he's right on the brink. So he better figure it out quick. And here's the thing: pimping is still illegal in this country. So do what you gotta do, pretty boy. But make some shit happen.
Make some shit happen, honey, because you are not the holding pocket type. Anyway.
All right. Yeah. So, but I think I think about that when I actually saw that story today. Again, it just kind of took me back. It took me back to the phone call I got over when we were in Kansas City about what happened. And again, just like I said, I had to send out a long text and praise my kid because, I'm like, yo, you don't understand how big of a deal that is to not make that stupid move when I've seen that stupid move made over and over and over again. And a lot of people say that I'm good, I got it, I know what I'm doing. Everybody on here has said it, and every one of us has lied. You thought you had it and you didn't, whether it was being drinking too much and driving, whether it was overshooting, your pocketbook, whether it was saying yes to too many people. We've all done it. But if you didn't learn from it, more fool you, because eventually the day is going to come that you're going to get buried by that shit.
Yeah.
So the fact that at her early age, young people have an S on their chest. They're invincible. And she was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'll talk about that forever." I was like, she's done a lot of good stuff, and I'm kind of like, I'm that unimpressed dad about everything. But this is the one time I'm like, I'll blow that shit up over. I need her to understand how big of a deal this is to me, because I'm the father who nothing impresses me. I'm like, hey, good job, great job. Now fucking do better. I'm that dad. But this one is, you know what, 5 stars, because that's a life-altering event.
Right.
And just like his daughter, just like a lot of other people, I mean, man, it's just it goes so badly so quickly.
Yes.
And so, on their behalf, I guess, it's one of those. I'm just really happy about that.
And why is it that it's always when people are coming around from all the crazy shit in life, and whether it's an addiction or suicidal thoughts or all that, they go to therapy, they do all these different things, they go to Bahamas, they go cleansing, they start fasting and praying and getting their lives back right, and then all of a sudden, snatch. It's just weird.
Energy transfer.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in that, like,
and I do.
I promise you, if you don't believe in that, look. Yeah. I know you guys talked about it before I got here, but we were talking about this past week and weekend and all the kind of stuff. And so, like me, I was there with you guys. We all got together. Then I went to my reunion in my alumni reunion in college, and my chi and energy was so damn high. I could have probably fucking jumped off a building and flown. It was like, I'm not an emotional person. I'm always middle of the road. You can ask anybody. They're like, this clown, nothing. I don't go up. I don't go down. I'm always right here. But I was buzzing. All through the weekend because so much good stuff happened to me back to back to back. And that's really how I operate, because I'm always positive. I wake up like, oh, it's too early. Such and such hurts. Well, let's go get it. I'm going to get it every day. You can't bring me down. But the fact that I saw people I haven't seen in 25 years, people were doing well. And then we got together. I had so much in my bank account, my happy bank account. You could kiss my ass. You couldn't have brought me down the past weekend. Nobody could have brought me down. Right. That's how I felt. And so, I mean, what you're saying is true. Like, I choose every day to be happy and positive, because I know when I put that in my bank account, you deposit that, you're going to get a return. And guess what? It's Wednesday? Every single day, something good has happened. Whether it be I'm being overloaded by work, but that's a lot of money. I'm being bombarded by work. I'm getting good news. I'm making plans. I mean, I dictate my life. I really do. I don't sit back and go, woe is me, because look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I haven't gotten forks in the road coming. I don't care. I've gotten curveballs thrown at me a couple of days too. But every time that happens, I get a phone call. Mm-hmm. Hey, guess what? I've been getting good phone calls since I got home on Sunday. Even when something went left, I still got a phone call. Even when this happened, still got a phone call. And so I do that all the time. Like I said, I choose every single day to win. I win every day. And I mean, you have to think like that. And people don't believe that. Like, you can't just talk about it. You have to be about it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think people don't realize. Like, I hear a lot of people talk that fake shit. They go, I'm going to speak it into reality. I'm going to manifest it. You're lying. You're a liar. The reason I know you're a liar is because you're going to be depressed tomorrow. You're going to be whining tomorrow. You're going to tell somebody. You're going to want somebody to come in and swoop in and save you. I don't need nobody with a cape. My shit's hanging up in the closet. I got me. And it doesn't mean every day is good. It just means I already know if I do an average at the end of the week, my deposit is going to be positive. It's going to be straight. Mm-hmm. It just is. I mean, I got weeks too where I'm like, this client ain't paid me. I'm waiting on this, that, and the third. But I know if you weather the storm, because I mean, good things are coming. It ain't just because I'm talking about it, it's because I'm actually being active. Like I'm active in that. I'm putting in a lot of energy. So I don't know. I'm just in a good place. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to go get another whiskey sour. I know, again, you see how we look? Y'all all looking color and shit. And like I'm sitting here looking like Big Bird. But you know what?
You know what? So look, I don't have my little spotlight on me but I have 3 lights.
Hey. What are you supposed to have right now that you don't have?
What?
It's a computer issue. I already asked her.
Oh, the green screen. Yeah, you remember I still have the MacBook. So no matter what I do, I still have this Mac that I can't update.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to refresh my beverage. I ain't talking to y'all.
Okay, well, now you know.
That's all right. It's cool. I got you.
So what happened was,
hey, I got to move around this little bitty ass hotel room like I'm doing. Hey, I feel like this. I'm like, holy shit, hold on, because everything is right here.
Oh Lord.
Well, while you figure that out, I'm gonna figure this out.
Hey everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya.
불타오르네. I'ma make you pump like that. 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 Jump like that.
Hey everybody, let's get together and feel alright with CB and the Boys radio show. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. One love.
Even if you cut it, that shit is a whole lot better than that other shit we had. Oh no, here comes Jaundice sideways.
That's messed up. Hey, you know what? I'm winging it. I'm ad-libbing. Hey,
it's not gonna happen all the
time. It's that kind of night.
Let's blame it on the light.
It is. Shit.
Maybe if you use your flashlight on your phone.
We're not gonna do that. I can't care that much. I can't.
Not tonight.
What
You look a little pale.
We just love having you. I don't care what color you came in. If you was a freaking green giant.
You feeling yellow today?
I am. I feel Sesame Street-ish. Oh God.
It's all good.
Check this out. What's up? What you got?
Well, I was gonna say, since our topic tonight is why people don't communicate,
Oh,
And
shit.
Diane had
Forgot about the
something that she
topic.
wanted to share about that. So the topic tonight was, why do you think some people don't communicate? Because that is one thing that we have right now is a failure to communicate, because people don't talk to each other. People don't communicate what's on their mind. It's like you have to try to read somebody's mind to figure out what the hell's going on. And it wasn't always like that. So, and Diane says it's because they think you want something, or maybe they're not comfortable, or maybe they're afraid, or maybe they're just not into you, or maybe they just don't want to, or maybe they're hurt, or maybe they've been offended by someone, or maybe they're jealous, and the list goes on. So
that was a gang of more babies. Auntie, why are you trying to confuse me? Don't do that.
We're all confused.
Don't do that.
Auntie gave us a whole list. She like, look, y'all.
Hey, she made me feel bad. She was like, look, it could be this, that. I was like, I was cool until I was like, well, shit, apparently I got all kind of problems. That damn it, Diane. You and I gonna talk. But anyway, okay, so we're just talking about in general. We're talking about in general communication. We're talking about specifics in terms of like relationship, business.
I think people don't communicate a whole lot because folks are just tired of talking. You know, when you get to that point where you're just like, you know what, I don't even want to talk about this shit no more because it don't make sense. It goes in one ear, comes out the next. It's like when we were young.
I agree.
And our parents were just into that. Look, you know what? I ain't gonna say shit to you, but I'm gonna whoop your ass because I know that you're gonna listen after that. I mean, we can't do that to each other as adults, but I'm just saying. You know, it's like if there isn't a repercussion, then it's like I don't want to talk about this because it don't make no sense for me to talk about it. It's something that you know, common sense too. If I tell you,
okay. Here's a question.
Hold on, about common sense, because that's in short supply these days. There's not a lot of common sense out there right now.
Hit that.
She said that's in short supply.
Child, tell me about it. Okay, so my thing is this: what does it accomplish to shut down and not say anything? Or is it about winning the argument and being right, or debate or discussion, or is it about getting something accomplished?
Let's say getting something accomplished.
Well, for me, I refuse to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person. So what's the point?
So what do you get accomplished?
If you get nothing accomplished.
Mama, you went over my head with that one, for real. Say that again slowly.
She refused to get in a brain debate with somebody that's stupid.
Oh, well. This is the thing, though. What if the person is just between you saying it and they getting it and understanding it? What if they just didn't get it? You know, because some people just don't get it. It doesn't mean they're stupid. They might be ignorant, which doesn't mean anything negative. It just could mean they don't understand what you're saying.
That would be the common sense short supply part.
Yeah, facts. I mean, facts. And the only thing worse is people that think they have it and they don't. They're like, I get it. Now you fucking know, you know.
Or pretend that they have it and fuck it up. I mean, that happens too.
So let's say it's important though. If it's a matter of importance, how do you get that account? Because here's the one thing I can't stand. I can't stand
shit on your own. You just do it on your own.
No, but when people go, well, let's agree to disagree. You can't do that 99% of the time and be productive in business, in a relationship, anything. So that excuse can only be used so often. So my thought is we've got to be big boys and girls, address the issue, and like you said earlier, ask questions, because I think part of it is people don't want to ask questions. A lot of people want to make assumptions, or they want to be told things and go, I shouldn't have to ask. I shouldn't have to do whatever, which is not true. It's not smart. That means you are waiting to be let down, disappointed. It also means you're trying to set people up to fail on purpose. That's exactly what that is. If you really, really need to know something or want to, why wouldn't you ask all the pertinent questions needed to get clarification? Why would you go, you didn't say that, but you didn't ask?
Well, the thing is, well, and in my point of view on that is that when I say, we'll just have to agree to disagree. That is basically the final countdown. This is it. I'm done with the subject. We'll just agree to disagree because I'm not going round and round with you about it. I'm just done. And sometimes, you know,
that
not
brings
to get
animosity, and I want to have sex.
What?
See, that's that bullshit y'all be doing too. Right. What the? Okay. Now, Mimi just made a point though. Mimi just admitted that, you know what? You fuckers fight dirty. So, but, CB, how often can you do that? How often can you do that before it becomes
as often as needed? Because I get tired of debating people. I get tired of trying to put my point across, and then they want to get their point across. The next thing you know, we are out shouting each other. You know, the noise on that is just ridiculous. And, you know, not to get political or anything, but, you know, that's happened a lot, especially with these elections, when you have an opinion about a candidate and then the other person likes the other candidate, and you try to go round and around like, why would you support this or why would you support that? And then it just gets to the extent where it's just all the noise. You're like, okay, we'll just agree to disagree. I'm done. I refuse to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person.
So with opinions. So you're talking about with opinions, which is fine. I think that's actually probably smart. I'm talking about when
opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one,
and they all stink. Yes, unless you clean them, and sometimes they can be fun. Well, you know, the ones that don't, you know, you have fun with them. Hey, carry on.
Strawberries and cream.
Your nails are too long, Mimi. You know, George don't like that. Anyway,
I don't give a fuck about what George likes. What you gonna do? Drop it.
Anyway,
what does that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
Shit, don't lacerate the man's fucking sphincter. No, but my thing is, so if it's an opinion, let's say we're talking politics, yes, you can be opinionated, but let's say you have to come to an agreement. That's different. You have to agree on something. You can't agree to disagree.
As a timeout by yourself tonight.
Yeah, he gonna be on
you can't time me out, nigga.
Oh.
Hey, I'll bring myself back. But I don't know. I think people are more afraid of confrontation than anything, to be honest. If you think about it, people don't want to, you know, some people don't want to argue. Some people they don't want to disagree. But that's not how things get accomplished. How do you think someone came up with, okay, how do you think, let's look at the platform we're on. People had to be in a meeting and go, okay, we need to be able to put up this many windows, or we need to be able to have these buttons. You have to agree at some point. It's not about always winning, right. I would hope, but it's about being able to agree. So I feel like one thing I've learned in recent years is some people ask a shit ton of questions. It can be annoying, but you know what? I think in the end, they can at least say, you know what? I asked everything I needed. I got all the answers and I'm satisfied. I can walk away. You won't have to revisit it. That's the one thing I think that drives a lot of people crazy, is having to revisit.
Yeah.
When you go, you know what? Hey, just get over there and, you know, do XYZ. And then they got to come back and go, well, no, wait, what do I do after that or before that? You go, just do so-and-so. Okay. They go back and they come over and go, you know, so questions on the front end definitely are helpful. They can be annoying, but they're helpful. If you have more experience than someone, it will be, because you're like, I know this. But you have to reteach people. But we're just talking like in a relationship though. You can't agree to disagree with everything in a relationship, can you? That's not gonna last. It's not gonna last if on everything. I mean, if you go, hey, I want to park on the left side or sleep on the left side of the bed, park on the left side of the garage, and you guys go, whatever, whoever gets there first. But I mean, like on major things, you can't agree to disagree on how bills are paid, you know, how the house is kept, how you raise your children, like that kind of stuff you have to agree on. So how do you communicate that if you feel like if you're butting heads? How do you communicate those kind of important things?
I think you can still agree to disagree. Just agree that you're never going to see eye to eye on this particular subject matter or whatever, and just deal with it. But it's
That's
easier
not
to
healthy.
say. It's
That's not
easier.
healthy because every time you come across that situation is going to be that bullshit.
Yeah, but
you're going to just ignore. You're going to ignore each other, and then no. And then how many of that do you think you can deal with before you're like, you know what, fuck it? Because it's going to happen more so than not.
Oh, yeah, of course.
After a while, then they'll be like, you know what, it don't even make sense to tell her anything because she don't give a shit anyway. Let me just
okay. Do you have do you have a certain number or times in your head that you're like, okay, if we disagree on this many things, I'm done? Or you go, look, you know what? I'm not going to agree on this, that. I mean, you have your list of things, and you're like, look, I can live with this. But do you have a particular number or a number of occurrences in your head that you go, if we disagree on all of this, then there's no point? Like, do you have a set number, or do you have a particular protocol that you observe?
Oh,
that's for you, CB. Definitely not for me.
Yeah, you. You're Captain
I'm willing to communicate and make shit happen on every level. I mean, if it's just something that we just can't agree on, then it's like, look, babe, let's just flip the coin on this day about this shit, and whoever gets heads or tails, that's what it's gonna be.
I mean, maybe. Just pick your battle.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
For me, it's just easier to say, well, I guess we agree to disagree and move on. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you're not going to agree, you're not going to agree.
How many times do you do that before you're done with the whole situation?
Multiple.
For her, not much.
Multiple.
CB ain't having that. CB like deuces.
For the most part.
I mean, I guess.
Because when I'm done, I'm done. And
but that's it. Everybody says that. But do you don't go into things thinking that you're going to be done? Do you? Do you go into shit going, this will end? Or do you go into things going, yeah, I give this 6 months? Or do you just go, as time goes on, you start to realize?
No, you go into it expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. That way you won't get disappointed, and you still keep your positivity because you're still hoping for the best. And you claim that, this is going to be great, we're going to be good, until we're not. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. But I think, and I don't know, I think when it comes to that, a way to curb deal-breaking disappointment is by making that upfront, announcement that, hey, here's my checklist of do's and don'ts, and then sticking to it.
Well, my thing is, when you're getting to know somebody, you don't think about your checklists of do's and don'ts. You get to know them first to see, if there's potential, to see if there's a chance. And if not, don't waste your time. I don't start up front with telling people, okay, this is my do's and don'ts. This is my deal breaker. I mean, I don't do all that because I want to get to know someone, because you can't be friends with someone already expecting to find their faults like right off the jump, because it doesn't happen. Everybody wears a mask when you first meet them.
In your process of courting, though, in your process of courting, I think not maybe all of it, but most of the important things should at least matter enough to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, but not the first day.
Not the first day, but I'm just saying. You're gonna court for a while before you get, all up in it.
Yeah, for sure. Totally agree. But what I was saying was that I try to get to know the person first. But yeah, of course it'll come up in conversation and stuff. That's a given. But like, just to be the first one to initiate it, like, okay, this is my deal breaker. This is what I expect. Blah, blah, blah.
Whose dog is unhappy? Whose dog is unhappy right now? Who's
That's the dogs in the neighborhood doing the twilight bark. They just
okay.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Make the dog happy. It's almost like a crying baby. It's like, give it some candy. Like,
are you broadcasting from the porch? We hear.
Jimmy talking about get a damn dog candy, so I'm not sure which is more like really.
No, they're outside.
No, I said it's like a baby. You hear a baby crying. You want to give it candy so it can shut up.
Well, maybe they doing a podcast. Shit, maybe they talking about y'all crazy ass. You don't know what they talking about? Shit.
Could be. that would be a shocker, but hey, could happen.
I think, yeah. No,
Because I think every relationship, you know, when you first meet someone, whether you're going to be platonic, whether you're going to be intimate, or whether you're going to be whatever you're going to be, you still have to have that foundation of friendship. So if you can't call that person your friend, then there's no need to, you know, pursue anything with that person, because it's a done deal off the jump. If you can't consider this person your friend, no matter what relationship, title, or whatever you're going to have,
who controls that
kind of friendship.
Who controls that? Who controls platonic? Men or women?
Whoever.
No.
I control it if I'm going to be platonic with somebody. Either you're going to get the goodies or you're not.
So who controls it if he stays around and decides to be your friend?
He is going to get the goodies, because I need to find out what I'm getting myself involved.
I love Mimi embraces her inner trip. She's like, fuck, listen, I'm going to throw it out there like a frisbee. If you catch it, you got a shot. If you miss it.
I'm just saying.
We
both going to control some shit.
Okay. So since we're talking communication, do you think it's fair? Fuck fair. Do you think it should be upfront? If people are going, hey, we're going to go out. I don't see, you know, when I did that, you know, back in the day, it wasn't about, I wasn't doing that whole, oh, we're going to try to be, you know what? Look, that whole friend zone shit, that shit stopped after high school. Once I learned what that was all about, that shit was done. The man determines if you're going to stay friends if there's no sex involved. The woman determines if you have sex. All the time, y'all control that. But the man determines if you're going to be friends after that. Don't ever think you do, because you don't. If you like, we're not having sex, and he's like, okay, that's cool, we can be friends. That is his benevolence. That is not anything else. With that being said, do you think that part of the communication should take place up front? If you're going out and he's like, hey, listen, I'm going to take you to this nice place. We're going to have a good time. We're going to go to the show. They're going to perform. We're going to do dinner, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the night, listen, I'd really like to be, you know, I'd like to be butt-ass naked by like about 1 o'clock because I got to get up at 7. So can we make that arrangement? Do you think that is acceptable?
What?
Huh?
This is the thing. You don't make a plan for that to happen. That just happens.
But again, you get what I'm saying. It needs to be kind of understood in a certain fashion. No, you don't need to throw it out there, but you know, it's.
Well, if you know that's what's gonna happen, you just get.
No, but you don't. We don't. You know, we don't know. Believe it or not, we don't know unless you guys have been talking it up for like weeks and weeks and weeks. That's one thing. But if it's kind of new, we don't know, and to make that move without knowing, we'll get your ass silver bracelets. So my point is, we know each other a week, and we're like, hey, we're going to go out. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to take care of everything. Yeah. Do you think it's fair for you to at least be like, hey, that's cool. You know what? You know, throw some kind of hint. Hey, you know, it's going to be a long night. You're going to be tired. You live across town. Make sure you bring something to change into so you can stay at my house. Good girl. But don't fucking sit there and have him guessing. Let me see if I like him after he spends all this money. You see right there.
No. First of all, before you even decide to go out, you have that conversation. Do you expect sex on the first date? That's a conversation that you start like when you're first getting to know the person and you decide that you want to go out. You want to make sure that those expectations either get met or that understanding is made early on that those expectations will not be met. Then you make the decision if you still want to go out or not.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You claim that it's up to a man, but like you did say that it is up to a woman whether they're going to get it or whether they're not.
No, for sure. It's always you guys' call. It's always your call. You're always in the driver's seat initially. 100% of the time you are. Because if you're not, huh? Exactly. If you're not, that means your criminal record got this much longer. So no, you're 100% right. But I like to say, when people go, oh, I've got a bunch of guy friends, they're all platonic. This is where I have to break a lot of people down and go, I'm sorry to break it to you. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have, if you do have guy friends or whatever, it's because they choose it, not you. It doesn't mean it can't happen, because when you really, really love your girl, your sister, or whatever you do, that's love. But that's because the other shit's off the table. But for a man to stick around, that is our decision, not yours. Your decision is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I have a lot of male business relationships, more so than male friends. Male friends I can count on my 2 fingers, and the ones that I do have that I can say, okay, these are my friends. Some of them are gay, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. So no, you're not gonna have
that don't mean nothing. Because anytime a gay man tells you, honey, if I wasn't gay, he still finds you attractive.
Hell yeah, you can probably get some.
Right, but that just goes to show a man is a man no matter what. No man, a man's look, honey. If I wasn't into men, no, really, they say the same shit that a lot of DL brothers say. What that means is shit. Maybe if I didn't get caught, I would attempt it. So again, that's just kudos to you. It's just people need to understand that. But the whole making that understood ahead of time. Look, I think after a certain age, here's where communication kicks in. I don't like to play guessing games. The worst thing you can say to me is, Roger, guess what? I'll be like, kill yourself. I'm not going to fucking guess. So I suggest you tell me now. Like, I'm not going to guess. I don't want to guess what? Well, I'm as cool as I was when I woke up. What do you want? Tell me. So don't play games with us like this is high school, junior high.
Right.
What do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to get it? Girl, get out of my face. I'm not going to do that to you, so you don't do that to me. So I think that part of communication is it breaks down to you know what, let's be adults about it. Even like CB, you said, it's your guys' choice out the gate. If you go, hey, listen, I don't really like to do that on the first date, and then I go, okay, you know what, I understand, it's a first date, let's go have a good time, let's see where it goes. Or I could be like, okay, if you don't do it on the first date, your budget is $100. If you put out on the first date, your budget is $300. I mean,
and it shouldn't be about that.
It shouldn't, but it is, because you know what? We monetize everything, and we do. Because guess what? If it shouldn't matter, if you really wanted to have sex with a guy and he said, "Listen, I got enough for two Burger King value meals, and we're gonna rent a Netflix movie," would it be worth it to you? See, a lot of people say yes, they don't mean it, but they say it.
Don't fuck around and be like, look, we're going to Papados. I got this. And
but you know what? But you get what I'm saying. If you get to a point where you're practical, yes, I get what you're saying. But the point that I'm saying is that has to be established up front, because everybody's rule set is different. Now, people say that they're up front, but people are lying. A lot of people go, no, you're not. You're going to do the wait and see shit. Let me see what he pulls up in. Let me see what he offers. You know what I mean? So it's just different. But all that to say, I think we all agree that, yeah, at least getting it out up front is better. Because if you wait, you end up disappointed, you end up mad, or you feel an emotion you don't need to feel because you thought they meant such and such. Ask questions. Right. And look, I got $32. Does that mean we can get a frozen Papados pizza and you know, can I come back to your place with some boomers for him and we play some old school music and play Monopoly?
And you know what's crazy? Look, years and years and years and years ago, I had dated somebody that I had really, really liked. I had met him in a club. He was really, really cool. And when he pulled up by me, he pulled up in this hoopty, which I didn't have a problem with that, because at the end of the day, I really liked him. Like his personality, his laugh, his smile. Like we had a really, really good time. And I really, really liked him.
There you go.
And you know, we just went forward with the thing. He showed up in his little hoopty. I had 2 vehicles. I ended up giving him one of my vehicles for the hoopty, because I was like, you know what, we're not gonna do this for a long time, baby. And I really, really like you. So, you know, let me help you, let you help me. Let's work this shit out. You know?
Damn,
and we just move forward with some shit. And you know
what I think, and I know we gotta end pretty quickly, but
you know?
I think what I've learned is I like to call us blue collar people. None of us grew up rich. We all grew up in some fashion or another. So we're blue collar. We have a blue collar mentality. Now, we can climb the ladder and get to certain positions, but we always remember our upbringing. So I think we have a different viewpoint on how we process shit in the world. Because if you ask people in the top 5% or the bottom 5%, they're going to give you a different answer. But I think for those of us in the middle, we can say, okay, you know what? I get it up here and I get it down here and I can work with you. But we're just talking about realism. Like you're not going to encounter that very often. You know, I gave this guy a whip. I liked him a whole lot. Boom, boom, boom. Most people, especially in the way this microwave speed dating, whatever society is now, are like, hey, listen, what you offering? What you offering? Can we match up? It's really like microwave. It's like that. So that's why I think it's very, very important to be. I tell my son all the time, look, dog, say everything you mean everything you say. Don't veer from that. The last thing I need is somebody calling me going, you know, Mr. Hawkins, you got to come here because you know your kid's been accused of boom, boom, boom. You know, I went to college with a guy who was. Remember Montel Williams that had the talk show?
Mm-hmm.
I went to college with a guy who had to go on his show because he's scared. He was a big ass football player, and he scared some little bitty white woman in rural Missouri, and she accused him of something he didn't do, ruined his life. We had to actually develop a guard to walk him to class, a bunch of us to protect him. So you understand why this is important, this whole communication thing?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that what we're all saying is very, very true. You have to be clear. Look, if I don't get 100%, you know, confirmation, I'm good. I'm right here. Like I ain't saying I ain't not moving. I've been like that since I was a kid. I never wanted to be like, oh, you made me. You thought about that because I understand that stain does not wash out. So this, and even if it's not even if it's not personal or sexual, if it's business or money or whatever, you know how many misunderstandings cause separation that ever goes back? Yeah.
Of course.
So all that to say, you know, it's a cliche, but communication really is key.
Communication is everything.
It's key because if you and the thing is, don't be afraid of, oh, they might get mad. Listen, if you want to talk about money, talk about money. If you want to say, when am I going to get paid? Say, when am I going to get paid? People are not going to offer you shit out of the goodness of their heart. I realize that, look, if you're in business, look, the kind of what George and I do, you have to call people a lot of times like, hey, we paying this at this time or that time? Because we paying this in 2 months, I ain't doing it. We're paying it in a week, I'll do it. You have to talk money. And you can't be embarrassed or ashamed. And that's anything across the board. Money, booty, cars, food. You better say what you want up front. And depending on what side of menu you ordering from, you better say what you're trying to do.
All righty. CB.
Yo.
Take it over.
I'm going to bring it to a close.
Yes, everybody say your goodbyes.
Okay. One love. God bless. See you guys next week. Mwah.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Hey, good to see me in yellow. I'll see y'all next week back in Technicolor.
Can we say Jaundice?
Right.
It's a whole lot.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you have gotten your motivation, your music, and your laughter for the week. So join us next Wednesday as we do it all again. And check us out on our iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are available. We are there. Please go to our YouTube channel, like us, and subscribe. So if you're here watching us, don't forget to click below, like us, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will be back next week, same time, same station. And we will see you next week. Again, our deepest condolences to all those that have lost their loved ones, especially Takeoff and the parents who lost their 3-year-old. So everybody take care of each other, love yourselves. Remember, true love starts with loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect to love someone else if you don't love you? So take care of you, love each other, and don't forget to get out and vote. It's very, very, very important if you care about the world you live in, if you care about our country, your state, and your rights, then vote. Get off TikTok, get off social media, and go vote. If you have to stand in line, bring your own water, because I know in some states it's against the law to be given water while you're in line. Make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of necessities, so you can do what you need to do. Make your voice be heard.
What?
And vote, vote, vote. What the fuck? Anyway, so vote, 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 vote. Have you lost your ever-loving mind?
So what had happened was we having an exit. Exit scripture.
I teach y'all asses.
So again, everyone vote, and we will see you next week. Wow. Okay.
You can really time out that one square.
Lord have mercy.
We're not attached anymore.
Hold on. Let me make my titties jump. Hold on.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, they're gonna learn about fucking with me. Y'all gonna learn.
And when we come back next week, guys, it will be the day after the election. So it should be very, very, very interesting. So again, everyone get out and vote. It's so important. Don't let people discourage you and tell you that your vote doesn't count. I can assure you that it does, which is why they are working so hard to discourage you. So vote, vote, vote. Do what you need to do. And we will be back next week. And I will, of course, have on my sticker that said, I voted. So hopefully everyone else will be rocking theirs as well. And yeah, Roger and Diane said, don't do that. OMG.
Hey, I'm actually being good.
So we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Love you, Auntie.
Bye, Auntie Diane.
Me and the boys have left the building.